A warm welcome to all the eager minds gathered here today. I'm Anamika Arivu, a second year EC student, a member of the PR and marketing team of TechClub, and your host for today's Tech Talk. Now, I know there's a burning question on everyone's mind, especially for those navigating the challenging path towards professional dreams. How to tackle placements in core company. Worry not anymore, because today is a golden ticket to answers and insights. This weekend, we have a special treat for all the electronic enthusiasts out there. Joining us are two incredible speakers, Sriharan Govindraj, an associate engineer in Silicon Labs, and B.S. Vijayaditya, also an associate engineer in Silicon Labs, will be unraveling the secrets to building a successful career at Silicon Labs. They'll talk about internship and full-time also and followed by a Q&A session. So let's not waste much more time and dive right into the session. Once again, welcoming you all to a weekend of enlightenment and career possibilities.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, hi, thanks for calling us.
Share
We can
screen.
start.
Yeah.
Okay, how many second years are here? Can you just raise your hands? Second years.
Yeah, there.
Okay, third years. Okay. Oh, okay,
5.
nice. Okay, okay. Does everyone understand Tamil, or can we stick to English? Anyone doesn't understand? யாரும் கை தூக்கலையா? Okay,
I think there's one person.
okay. There are a few people. Okay,
Okay. So we'll stick
cool.
to English.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you can just start.
Yeah, let me share screen. Just a minute. I think there's some delay.
Okay, and if you guys think of any questions in between, just feel free to drop it in the chat. Do they have access to the chat, organizer? Hello. Okay, thanks a lot,
Definitely
guys.
have.
Huh?
Definitely have access to the chat.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, then you guys can drop anything you want in the chat. We'll answer them when time permits. Okay, then we'll just start.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Sriharani and the one who was speaking is Vijay. I guess Anamika just introduced us. So once again, I am from SSN only, 2023 graduate. So I'm an associate engineer in digital IC design. So I have lived in Chennai only. And as you know, my BTech BE course is EC. BTech.
Okay, so I also finished my graduation in 23 only. I did it in CG Anna University, and I'm also working in Labs, as you guys know. And I'm under the analog team. So today, the talk mainly, I think Sriharni will focus on the digital side, and I'll give you a few insights on the analog side. One thing I want to make it clear for everyone is that no one actually knows how to get a job. Like, absolutely no one actually knows. We only knew, like, after we got the job that it happened. So don't worry about it too much. You'll only find out what you
Especially,
really like which domain you actually like in your third year, towards your fourth year almost. So just don't worry too much about it and just have fun in college. But also, like, just manage your time well.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Second years don't worry about jobs too
Yeah,
much now. Try to build upon what you're learning and everything. So we'll talk about all this.
yeah,
So as I said, I'm under the digital design team. So I am doing design for testability on chips. So what I do is in DFT we will add certain extra logic to the chip components so that we can test the components later on. And this can be on flops or memories or any other components of the chip. And the MBIST that I've mentioned here is the specific thing under DFT that I'm working on. It stands for Memory Built-in Self-Test. So here we are adding extra logic in order to test the memories later on. And this saves time when we are actually when the chip is being validated after fabrication. So Vijay.
yeah. So I'm working on the RF side of hardware. So you guys would have, okay, for those of you who don't know what Scilabs actually does, we design chips for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth mainly. There's also Zigbee and stuff like that. You wouldn't have heard of Zigbee, I think. I only heard of it after I joined Scilab. So that's also a protocol like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So for IoT applications, you would have seen this like smart fridge, smart TV, Amazon Alexa. So everything that is going into IoT needs very small chips. And let's say you're designing a watch or something. So that's also part of IoT. You want a Wi-Fi enabled watch, you want a smart watch or something like that. Um, we design chips for them. And yeah, so
So the
I,
application is more into industrial and home automation.
yeah.
That's right.
So, okay, for those of you who want a general idea of what jobs there are in the market, this is one part. The IoT market is one side. Then there are also the GPU and CPU markets. If you're like NVIDIA, Intel, people like them. Um, you would have heard of few. We'll cover more of them later. I'll just tell you what I do. I'm part of the RF side. So all the RF analog designs and mixed signal designs uh, we'll design. And also after designing, the chip will come back and we have to test it and do a lot of testing and just debug it and make sure it works for the customers. So that's what I do. Um, I'll be using a few terms, and if you guys don't understand what they are, please drop them in the chat because I might not know what you guys exactly know. So, yeah,
Also, if there's anything related to me, also let me know because I'm sharing the screen. I can't see the chat.
yeah, yeah,
So these are a few things that you should be doing throughout your college life. So first thing, projects. Do a lot of projects. Okay, don't hesitate to start any project because you don't have any skill or anything. Then when will you start? When will you start learning? So projects will give you hands-on experience, and it will also help you develop the skills that are needed for the particular domain you are doing. And main thing, internships. So internships will help you in gaining experience in more in an applied way, in real life applications. So this will show people that okay, you have hands-on experience and you have some research or industrial experience. Okay, you're good to go. So that's what internships tell you. And so during while you're applying or going for internships initial during your initial stages or initial years of your college, don't be specific to any domain. This applies to projects also. Don't think okay I should focus on machine learning only or VLSI IoT. Be open to everything because in the first 2 years you won't know exactly what you're good in, right? You need to explore different things. And the next thing is you have to participate in a lot of competitions and hackathons that college will be emailing you lots of hackathons, for example by IEEE, by IITs, etc. So by participating in them, you will know how the real world competition looks like, what other people are doing, and what you should be learning. So if you want to, let's say you decide to participate in a hackathon, but you're hesitant because you don't know anything. Okay, in the first year I didn't know anything. We just applied to all the hackathons. Unless you get into it, you will never know, you will never learn. So I think these three things are very important in learning new skills, rather than doing courses or anything. You can have a basic idea through courses, but how will you know where to apply, right? And also keep sharing ideas between your peers. uh, when you're free, brainstorm different things, different real life problems, try to address them, and keep learning. So, do you want to add anything, Vijay, on this?
Yeah. Things to do, like, don't wait for someone to give you a project or an internship. They will not come. Like, frankly speaking, they will not come. They will only come if you have a bit of luck, and you have to keep asking, you have to keep showing what you have done. Like, even in the interviews, you have to show them your projects and stuff like that. So, one, again, I will keep repeating that no one knows how to get an internship. You just get it, and the first time you get it, it's hard. Then after that, you just use that previous internship, you'll show it as experience, and you will get through. So that is one thing. Specifically speaking about analog, there are many open source tools like your LT Spice, that is open source. You can learn a lot more actually. There's this thing called sorry, it's an open source PDK. You can just note down PDK and you can search it up later. There's something called Skywater, and there are simulators for that. So that is one side. But LT Spice is a good thing. You can just simulate whatever you're learning. Just change up a few components, see how it will, how you are expecting it to behave and how it actually behaves. Things like that. Those are the things that will actually make you understand. And MATLAB, I think, does your college give you a free license?
Yeah,
Yeah,
low
they
education.
don't.
We do have.
Okay, yeah. So MATLAB is a very big thing, and in our company at least, everything, all the flows are based on MATLAB. So it will be very good for you guys to learn MATLAB and implement these like digital communication concepts. You guys would have heard of it, right? Like FSK, BPSK, stuff like that. Just implement it if you have time. I know college is very hectic, and especially for you guys to travel 2 hours just to get from home, it will be very hard for you guys. But whenever you get time, just spend some time on it. It will add up, I promise you. Like, every small exercise that you do will add up over the 4 years. Like, even when I was preparing for this slideshow, when I listed down what we had to learn, um, I was surprised, like, in 4 years, we could achieve so much. So just do the small things, uh, and don't just study. Please have fun in college because you'll never
Yes,
have
please.
this much fun in college. I mean, outside college. Once you leave college, it's the same thing every day. You just wait for the weekend, and then the work week again, weekend, and it keeps going. So try your best to manage everything. Yeah,
Whatever you do, just enjoy and do it.
yeah,
Don't take it as a burden. Be open to everything.
yeah.
So here are some skills to develop. In general, you need some Python, C, C++, some Linux commands for the terminal commands. Uh, in the digital perspective, you need to know Verilog or a system Verilog. If you learn Verilog, system Verilog should be easy. And DSD, digital system design, or digital. any digital circuits. So these are very important for the interviews, and also you can use it in your projects. And Perl and System Verilog, you can take it as optional. Like we use it for scripting only, and for analog.
So yeah. So okay, skills to develop, not just in analog, in digital also. Um, these tools you can learn them anytime actually. Um, After you go to a job also. These basic tools like coding, scripting that you'll learn in Python and C++, learn them. Linux, knowing Linux will be a very big plus point for you because you can learn it after going to the job. But you will find it very hard to like pick it up if you don't know anything. So just if you do projects, you'll easily pick up Linux because everything works on Linux nowadays. So just one or two projects will get your hands like dirty with Linux. Do that. Apart from these basic skills, you just focus on your whatever they teach you in college. I'm sure in your college they'll teach you MATLAB, they'll teach you Verilog, they'll teach you LT Spice for sure. So as long as you know these three, you're good to go. Actually, everything that they teach you in college is enough. Actually, the thing is
Mm.
that maybe I'm not sure in it works in your college. They won't give you the freedom to explore in that um, software. So that's up to you guys. Whatever they teach you in college, make sure you understand what you're doing and make sure you can do your own stuff in those softwares. So don't, I've seen a few of my juniors just take up all these, like Verilog, we learned in our third year. In their second year itself, they started and they had to redo the course in their third year, like as a part of their course. So you don't have to do that. Just learn it when it comes and make sure you're good at it. Like you make sure that you're not like learning just to pass the exam. That will help you a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Whatever you learn in college will be the base. So all the projects that you're gonna do, college academics is gonna give you the base. All the books and everything. The lab sessions. We have Xilinx and
Yeah.
P-Spice.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So there we used to code Verilog, state machines and everything.
Yeah.
So learn that. I think that will cover all your basics.
Yeah. You don't have to do much of an extra thing.
Hmm. Okay, so coming to internships, so it's honestly speaking, it's very difficult to get during your first 2 years. So it's better to get through referrals or recommendations during your initial stages, and then you can have that as an experience in your resume. You can add it, and then you can apply for better internships. Uh, so that's how I got my internship. Initially, I went through referrals through my father and his friends who worked in companies that do PCB manufacturing and everything. So the first initial internships, you don't have to do any project specific or anything. Just go there, learn, see what they're trying to do, how is it applied in the real world, uh, correlate with what you've learned in college. So that will be very useful. And so, as I said, build up on your skills, projects, and most importantly, your efforts. Don't give up and keep applying to internships. Don't just apply to a few and leave it to fate or something. Apply to everything, okay? Even if it is a big internship or um, if it's too tough to get, the chances are low. It's okay. Just apply to them. Okay, see, you can. There's nothing wrong in applying, right? And definitely something or somewhere will click. So don't give up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you go to the previous slide
Yeah,
actually?
sorry.
Okay. Okay, other than referrals, there are a few ways to get internships. One is to reach out to professors directly, like in IIT Madras or Anna University. Even your own professors can give you internships. I'm not sure how it works in your college, but in IIT and Anna University, there are definitely professors who will be willing to give you internships. And try for IITs because they're actually working on industry projects. Like industries and IIT are collaborating. You would have heard of their startup space. There are many startups there. You can just mail the professors and things like that. Keep doing it. Somewhere it will click. That is one way. Ask your professors if they know other professors. Those people are like, they know everything. Like in my college, if you get the right professor, he will refer you to 10 other good professors in other colleges. So ask your professors. One more way is NPTEL. If you do well in NPTEL, there are companies like, uh, I'm not sure if you guys know what NPTEL is. NPTEL is this government
Yeah, I
sponsored
think
thing.
they know because
Yeah,
we have like a extra
compulsory
course that
course.
we can. Yeah, yeah, we have.
Okay, then great thing. Then NPTEL, if you score well enough, they'll mail you and they'll ask you if you're free for an internship. So that is another way if you can't find referrals. LinkedIn, I'm not sure if it works. It never worked for me. I don't think it worked for her also.
No,
Yeah.
you need
So
experience for LinkedIn. So.
yeah, these are good ways to get internships. They work. You can try them. Is there anything I wanted to add? Yeah, that's all. Okay. When is the ideal time to go for internships? Ajitesh has asked. Okay. I think Sriharni will
Okay,
be.
I would prefer like aim for each semester. Just keep trying. There's no ideal time to go for
Yeah.
any internship. You can, I mean, in the last year, you should get an internship. You try to get an internship in your last semester. But throughout the other 3 years, try to get it after each semester. Uh, just try. It's not like you need to do it. There's no hard rule, but it's better that way.
Yeah. And I
Hello.
didn't get an internship, so don't get frazzled by not doing an internship. There's always
Yeah,
a way. So yeah.
Okay. Can I just interrupt right now? Sorry.
sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So even if we are planning for internships, do we aim for the part-time internships? Because even after the semester, we don't get much break. Say to go for
Okay.
some full-time internships.
Hmm.
So in that case, what to do?
I didn't
Uh,
get your question actually. Can you? Sorry. Your question is between part-time and full-time, or what is the question?
My question is, even if we are interested in internships and even if we get one, our college doesn't allow us to
Oh,
take up that because we hardly get a week's time after the semester. So as
yeah.
a
okay. So let me tell you
That's the
this.
case with almost all
Yeah,
colleges. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
She'll continue.
I have experience on this. Like you, I didn't have holidays or anything. It was part time. You just need to learn to convince the HOD. Okay. You should show them that you can manage both. Okay. Did you try that? Like, of course, internships will be at least for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I did both my internships were 2 months. So I did it during my third year end, which was I just came to college to write the exams, and side by side I also studied. So it's okay to get part time also. Full time, of course, college won't allow because you need to write your exams. Definitely, they won't allow. But you just have to make sure that you make them understand that you can manage both. Okay, you
Does
have
your
to
college
manage both. That's how you will do an internship.
does your college have this process where your eighth semester gets freed up if you finish all your papers beforehand?
we have this NPTEL option, as in
Yeah, take
we
it.
complete.
Take
Yeah.
it and do
Yeah,
your
we can.
internship then.
Yes, we can waive off the last semester courses and we can use it for internship.
That's the best way to do it.
That's the
Either
best.
convince your HOD or ask the company if they can shift it to your holidays,
Yes.
because they will understand, because they know that colleges are like this. So yeah, okay, one more question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Organizers, do you want us to take it up at the end, or is it fine if we do this?
It is fine. Like you can answer it whenever you feel it's relevant. To
If
the
it's relevant, we can
Yeah.
take it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the
Okay.
question?
He's asked if we learn more after taking a job compared to college.
If we, no, I don't understand.
Okay. People say that EC core is a space where most of the learning happens after you take up a job. Do you guys agree?
That's the case everywhere, not just EC, I think.
Yeah. There is a certain disconnect between what is actually happening and what you learn.
Yes.
But without what you learn, you cannot learn anything else. So don't worry about that. It's always like that. It's like when you start something, you'll learn more about it. But you have to know how to start. So that's where your college comes in. Don't worry about that too much.
Okay. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I've done internship in Vistion and Pricol. Both are electronic cluster manufacturing companies, and they make electronic components for automobiles and two-wheelers also. So during these two internships, um, I learned about the cluster assembly. Cluster meaning you have seen the speedometer, odometer, right? That setup along with the PCB is the cluster. And so I learned how these were assembled, and how the PCB was, the components of the PCB were assembled. And in Precol, I learned about robo soldering. So I got into more detail on this robo soldering, how the defects are present on the PCB while soldering, and why does it come? Is it due to some the machine issue, or basically analyzing and coming up to a solution. So these were more into observation and analysis. So, and then I got a research fellowship at IIT Hyderabad. There I did internship based on machine learning. Sometimes you don't get an option to choose, but it can be a way to learn different domains other than what you're interested in. I was not interested in machine learning, but I got to learn a lot. I got to understand how it is applied, and more into the research side. So in this internship, main focus was so the lab was actually making different drones, and also different AUVs and different vehicles, automatic vehicles. So my focus was on hyperspectral imaging for agriculture purpose. So I'll go into more detail if you wish me to later on. And then I did internship in Silicon Labs on, and my training was focused on MBEST. So so the main thing is there can be two types of resumes, one for
Sorry to
internship
interrupt
and
you.
one specific to work. Yeah.
Guys, just take a notepad or something and note these down. We'll send you the slides later, but
Yeah.
we are talking a lot out of the slides, so it will be useful for you guys. So
Yeah, we didn't put
just note down
everything in the
whatever you
slide.
want. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
No problem. So as I said, two different resumes can be there. One focused on internships and one can be work specific. The resumes that you are building for internship can be more elaborate and creative. Okay, you don't need to restrict it to one page You can take 2-3 pages, but the slide here is focusing on work specific resume. So Vijay, you want to talk about this?
So like she said, keep separate resumes for the types of jobs you're applying for. And also, when you're applying to companies, make sure you research the company once, see what they're doing, see what their job description is, and you make your resume for that company. Like if my company is focusing on IoT products, they'll want certain qualities, certain skills. So make sure you highlight them in the beginning, because what happens is people, they don't get time to read your resume. Like they'll get at least 100 applications. They'll only be able to see the first few lines. So if you put like some very interested, energetic individual, things like that, people will not read, as far as I know. So just make it simple, make it minimalist, highlight whatever is most relevant to that company and do it. Then obviously your projects, hackathons, stuff like that. What you'll avoid is, yeah, like what I'm saying, keep it very short, keep it in point form, and then don't give unnecessary stuff. They don't want to know what language you speak. They don't want to know if you play sports. They don't want to know if you dance or anything. So you should just keep it simple, easy for them to access. And one more thing, I'm not sure if you guys know, there is this thing called ATS resume checker. So what companies do is that they don't have time to read every one of your resumes. They'll just put it into an automated thing. It will take information from your resume and it will spit it out onto their servers. So you should check if your resume uh, is able to be scanned like that, because it's all automated. You should put it in and see if it comes. Like some companies, when you apply on LinkedIn, when you enter your resume, you don't have to fill in your own details. It will extract it from your resume. So these things are important. They might help you. I'm not sure to what extent it will help you, but it's always a good thing to check.
Okay. I think
Anything you
yes,
want to add?
covered that.
Any questions you have on resumes or anything? Okay, Tarun, we'll come to your questions in the end. Uh, we have slides for that. Yeah. Yeah.
These are the different companies in the core field. But to our college, only a few of these actually come. Silicon Labs, I think Cisco also came last year, Sifi, Microchip. Uh, like Vijay said, applying through LinkedIn can be an option, but it's difficult to get, honestly. You need some experience. And I think to your college, a lot of the other companies also come, right?
So it's like these companies have openings. You just have to find out how to get to them. It
Mm.
is difficult. Like Texas Instruments, NPTEL is a good way. Talking to professors is a good way. Cisco comes. MathWorks is one company. MBIT is in Chennai, so you can reach out to them also. Sifi, I'm not sure. She mentioned to me. Geo does placements in hardware related to cellular. Microchip is there, and the rest of them, they all. It's hard. Like from what I've seen, it's hard to get jobs there without experience. But if you have a referral or if you have some other means, if you have a senior working there, ask them. If you have an alumni working there, ask them. That's the best way to get referrals. And this global foundries, they have many openings for BE people, but from what I've applied, I haven't gotten a response yet. So yeah, you just get to know that this is how these are the players in the field. you should know what to apply to.
And we didn't know like most of these actually existed when
Yeah.
we were in first year. So it's okay.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
explore.
Qualcomm is definitely another option.
Yeah, Qualcomm.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So they do come for placements, but okay, one more thing I want to mention is that right now it is very hard for you guys to get placements or internships, like specifically this period, because the market is very low. So everyone has started freezing hiring, and they've also started laying off certain companies. So don't let this like stress you out. It should improve. There's always a demand for hardware and software. So even if you don't get it now, you'll get it sometime in the future. So just keep trying.
Yeah,
Uh,
don't lose hope now itself.
because
You
it's
will
very
get
bad
it.
right now. They've freezed hiring for at least a year now. So when the market recovers, you guys will definitely get somewhere because everyone needs people. Yeah. Okay. And I also want to touch upon all the domains that are there. Okay. There's a bit of noise coming
I
from you.
think it's from my end. Sorry.
Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah. So a few domains that are there are there's analog. What are you working? There's digital. In digital, there are many. There like what she works in. That is proper digital design. There are companies that make you flash FPGAs for certain applications. There are companies that do just embedded programming. Like you guys should have known what it is, right? It's basically software, but you're doing it at a firmware level. So yeah, just because you're taking hardware doesn't mean you'll never work in software. You will work in software. Everything is like around code. So I just wanted to let you guys know.
Move on, I guess. Um, okay, so let's get more specific into how to prepare for digital jobs, digital design. So you will have several interviews and maybe initial test that will test your aptitude and basic VLSI topics. And you will have technical interviews, and this will depend on the company how many interviews you have. I had two. One first one was technical, the second one was by my manager, and then a final HR interview. So let me tell you how to tackle the interviews, what flow you should have. Um, so first thing, you should know what you have done, right? The projects or internships, what have you understood? That will be tested. And if they ask you, for example, tell me about yourself, you have you should have like a structure, a flow of where to start and what to cover and everything. Don't get too personal. You can say a bit of personal stuff in the beginning, where you're from and everything. And you can also mention like how you got interested in electronics, why did you choose electronics, um, and what projects have you done based on your interest, and what have you understood, what are the outcomes of the project, what have you learned, what skills have you acquired. These are important. And like Vijay said, you should know a little bit about the company, at least a little bit. A high level understanding is okay. And always you should speak what you know. If you don't know something, don't give wrong information or don't assume anything. If you don't know, just tell them you don't know, and you will learn it later on. You should let them know that you're open to learning. That's the main thing. And they will also see how creative you are, not as in literal creative with the design or anything, uh, like the projects. So have you done projects in different domains or very specific to one domain? And that's what they expect. And main thing, you should be thorough with your fundamentals. So fundamentals you will only learn through your college course and any other extra course you're doing. The projects, internships will be add-ons. What you have learned in college will be applied there. So always be thorough with it. And in a project also, you might go to into complex domains or topics, but you should be knowing the fundamentals of how it works. Always question why it works, how it works. And also, main thing, you should understand your own strengths and weaknesses. Try to analyze what you know, what you don't know before any interview. Be clear with that. um, and if you're mentioning any weakness, you should also tell them how you're going to tackle it, how you're going to overcome it, right? So that's very important. Not just telling your weakness helps, but you should tell them that you will overcome it. um, and also one more thing, you should be showing them that you can do anything that they give you. That's the main purpose of all this. Even if you don't know something, um, you should let them know, show them that you can do it, whatever they ask or whatever challenges they give you. So that's the main thing. And resources I've put up here. For aptitude, you can use IndiaBix, which is the best, nothing else. And I prefer YouTube videos for the basics, to understand the fundamentals of VLSI digital system design, both of these things. You might have heard of NISO Academy, like everyone might have heard it. So we would have used it throughout our, for preparing for exams. And there is this book called Verilog HTL by Samir Paltnitkar, which is very good for learning Verilog. You can read through it in your free time. But focus on the application part of Verilog, where you actually do it in the lab, like Vijay said. And I have shared some drive links which has some questions related to analog and digital, and some interview prep for all the companies. So we'll share this later. So I think that's the high level overview for preparing for digital specific jobs. We can turn to analog.
I'd like a show of hands for how many people are interested in analog here. Okay. So, okay, 4 of you, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, cool.
Hey, that's a good number.
Yeah, that's actually a good number. Okay. I'll just go, since it's not, there are some 60 people here. I'll go into some detail, but if you want, you can stay after this meeting ends, I guess, for more information, because analog is a bit more harder. Like fewer people are there, so you won't get as many resources. So you can stay back if you want to ask me something. Yeah. So analog design is one job that requires like every single part of your electronics degree. So be it electronic circuits, your analog circuits, whatever you study in, is it called EC1 for you guys?
We have all the subjects integrated as per the revised curriculum now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so basically you should know everything, and everything nowadays, analog is not just analog. You should know digital. And you're designing the analog system to do something. And all electronics is just based on two things. One is gaming, the other is communication. So you should know something about communication theory. Like everything is communication. That's the whole purpose of electronics. So communication theory, your I just like QPSK, DPSK, your frequency hopping, GPS, many things like your common source, common emitter, if you haven't heard of it. Things like this, like all the different configurations. I'll go into it in a bit more detail later. Yeah, that you should know. Your communication theory, antennas. If you're not interested in antennas, there are also optical links. You have to down convert your optical signals to electrical signals, right? So that is also one area of work. Basically, everything will come into this. And apart from you just designing the system, that system has to work in some particular context or some particular application. So for that to work, you need to know control systems. So whatever feedback it is, or whatever processing, whatever block you're going to design, you should know the control theory, and then you should implement that in circuit. So this is one domain that will take your entire 4 years of knowledge and will use it. So that's what made me very interested in this. Like, what's the point of getting a degree if you don't want to use it? It's not scary. It might look overwhelming, but if you just stick to your courses, learn everything in detail, whatever they teach you in college is enough. After that, you can learn on your own. There's definitely like an ocean of knowledge to learn, but everyone's learning, and you can just start with what you learn in college. That's enough. Don't stress about what else to learn. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, so a few resources I have. Next. Okay, NPTEL is a very, very big resource. I've spent hours looking for books and concepts that I don't understand. But NPTEL, there are professors that will teach you in a very nice way. You just have to find the right video and watch it in 2x. So it's I agree, it's a drag. You have to look through an hour of videos and stuff like that. But do it in small steps. It is definitely worth it. You will definitely learn more than what you learn in college. That is one thing. IEEE Explore, do you guys have access?
Yeah, I think we have access to it.
Yeah, please use it. Even in my college, like 95% of people don't use it. And there is a ton of information that you can get from this. I'll tell you what you can read up later. MIT OpenCourseWare, and obviously YouTube. There are millions of YouTube videos, and so many of them are good. Just see what interests you, see what works for you. Everyone has a different way of learning. So just that's up for you to explore. Next slide, please. Yeah, specific to RF design, there's this author called Razavi. He's the holy grail for all RF design. Whatever company you go to, the first thing they'll ask is, have you studied his books? Have you seen his lectures? Have you seen his papers? So, okay, okay. From what? Okay, the question is, do you prefer Udemy or Coursera over NPTEL? So Udemy and Coursera, from my experience, they are very limited courses. They'll tell you a high level overview of what you need to know. And they're very short courses, like some 4 weeks or 3 weeks. They are easy to complete. So that is maybe one reason. I've done a few courses on Coursera too. That's where I learned my Linux fundamentals. So you just explore. Don't Obviously you won't have time for everything. You won't learn everything fully also. I've never learned everything fully. You just have to dabble a bit here and there and learn enough to explore on your own. You just have to figure out what works for you. So I can only tell you what worked for me, and yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I
So
want to add on to this. Like, don't do it just for the certificate purpose. That's the main thing.
yeah,
Yeah. So the
no one
content
looks.
matters. Yeah. No one looks for.
So even if you watch some 5 minutes of that video, you learn something. So just make an effort to do it. You will learn something at the end of the day. So Razavi, I'll address the analog guys later separately. Next slide, please. Okay, there's one link here. Maybe you can open this. This has all the list of concepts that you should know before sitting for an analog interview.
Do you want me
Is
to
it?
open it or?
Yeah, can you just open and show it? Okay, for those who are in third year, I think you would know a few concepts from this, but um, I'm not sure if you'll all know. So these are you would have seen these terms everywhere. Just they'll just uh, ask you questions on these basics. So I'm sure you guys find it somewhat like familiar, right? Just go through this. This is something I found out only after I sat for the interview. So I wanted to share it with you guys. Yeah, we can
I'll
go back to
open
the
the other
slide.
one.
Yeah. Okay. So for analog, there are many blogs like this. So people will give you their experience and stuff like that. It is there on the web. You just have to find it. And they're all very simple. Look at the circuits. They're like just three components, four components. But what they'll actually test you on is how each node will respond. Like in this case, what is the response when I give a unit step? They can give you a unit ramp also. They can unit impulse also. Anything you should be able to understand it. And the best way to do this is you simulate your own circuits. You look at the you predict the output, write it down, and then you simulate it and see if you're right. That's what I did. And if you're doing any of Razavi's book back exercises, you'll get into this easily. Don't do the book back exercise. Just the worked out examples will take you long enough. Each example for you to understand will take you at least an hour, but it's time worth spending. Yeah, we can go back there. I just wanted to show you what kind of questions they ask. Yeah,
I think
and
gate questions also help, right?
yeah, gate questions help. But there's this thing like if you prepare for gate, it's hard to prepare for placements and vice versa. So I'll just advise you guys to pick something and go for it. If you go for gate, then just do it. If you want to sit for placements, do that. Yeah, and one more thing actually, you'll end up in a state of confusion when you're in third year, whether you what you want to do and how you're going to do it. You might, and software is obviously a very like open field right now. They're hiring lots of people. So um, just fix to one thing. If you want to do software, fix on it and do software. If you want to do hardware, just do it and wait for the opportunity to come. If you do both, you won't get into both. So just fix on one thing and go with your gut feeling. Uh, One more thing is, yeah, all these companies, Texas Instruments, Analog Devices, these people, they have tons of resources. They'll teach you every single thing that you need to know. I'm still referring to these things as I learn. So you should definitely look into it. There are so many things. It's for you to explore. I just wanted to give you an overview. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, one more. Yeah, okay. For an analog interview, like I showed you, those three component, four component circuits, they'll show you. There will be transistors also. There will be a few other kind of circuits. You have to look them up on the web. You'll find them. They are testing your basics. So all those circuits, they don't need you to remember the output, right? They'll change it each time and you just have to find out. They'll give you enough time to do it. My interviews, each interview was at least 1 hour long, and they gave me 2 circuits to solve. So that's the amount of time they give you to do it. And don't be afraid to accept that you don't know it. You won't know everything. That is something all companies are aware of. But make sure you know your fundamentals. If you don't know your fundamentals, they'll know that you're lacking somewhere. And as you solve the circuit, keep telling them what you expect. Like maybe the analog guys, I'll show you how to do it later. But as you do some, as you show them your thought process, at least in analog interviews, they'll help you and they'll ask you, are you really sure that this is what will happen? And sometimes they'll give you clues. So don't miss out on that. Um, it's all about basics. Everything is basic. You don't have to know all those complicated circuits. Maximum 5 components will be there. That's all. So just read up a lot, solve on your own. You have to be able to solve on your own and explain to your friends if you want to crack the interview. That is one way. Like if you, when you study with your friends, make sure you are able to teach them and you learn from your friends. That's the only way to learn. If you just keep to yourself and you are very mark focused, I don't think people are like that nowadays, but that will hurt you. You just have to share with your friends and help each other. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, okay. That's all about analog. You guys can ask me more questions later. Yeah.
Also, one more thing, like when you're trying to learn something, keep asking why this happens.
Yeah,
Because that
exactly.
will help you understand the basics in more detail.
So true. Like I can ask you a simple question. Why do we use BPSK? That is one question you'll find a million answers to. And you learn like just it's like a Wikipedia page. You click on one link and you'll find another link that you're interested in and you keep going in. That's how you learn. So yeah.
I don't think nobody's gonna tell you why you do this, because in
Yeah.
college you just study what it is. You
Yeah.
don't
You
need
do
to
it for the
know what's
exam.
happening. Yeah. So in your
Yeah.
extra time, try to understand why we are doing this, where we
Yeah.
are applying this. That would be helpful.
That is very helpful. Yeah. We can start questions. Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking in the chat. I don't know what the star method is really, but I think I've given you guys an overview of how you should answer. Okay.
Actually, STAR is an acronym for
Yeah.
situation, task, action, and result.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Um,
Um, it was an interview method that we previously came across when another couple of people are talking about how to tackle interviews, etc., etc. They're telling
okay.
us that it's better to learn it because the people expect that in their interviews. So I just wanted to know whether you guys came across it too, whether the people who interviewed you actually were looking for it, etc.
Okay. People don't actually look for anything. They just look for your basics. And they also, okay. One more point I want to add is just because you get through your technical rounds doesn't mean you'll get through the HR round. 95% of the time it's true, but it's not over until it's over. So that is one thing. And HR will mainly see like what kind of person you are. If you're ready to learn or stuff like that, you'll get through. But to answer your question about the star methodology, I've never come across it so far, and you won't have that much time to think about it in the interview. You just have to go with the flow.
Guys, in the HR round, they'll see how you are what value you're going to add to the company. That's the main thing. How you're going to contribute, how are you going to put your skills to use. So that's what they want to know during the HR round. So I think you should be the most careful in the HR round, if I'm not wrong, Vijay.
Yeah, you should. There is one more thing. Companies, when they hire B people, especially, they know that you guys are going for masters sometime. So you should be aware that they are expecting you to stay in their company for some time. Yeah, that's all I have to say. They will ask you. Any other questions? Don't like feel shy or anything. I never had this experience of asking my seniors, so that's why I'm here today. I want you guys to clear all your doubts. Okay. Unless you're going into AI, like software side, I don't think you should learn AI for a hardware role. There are AI accelerators, but those are mainly like signal processing. So as you learn more about signal processing, you'll get into those tools. But if you are looking for like hardware AI acceleration, just learn hardware first. You'll find out that part later. Um, if you want to do software AI, then go for it.
I think in Silicon Labs they're starting to implement AI, but not
Yeah.
yet. Yeah.
And you guys can
Also,
ask over the chat also. I mean
yeah,
the microphone also.
yeah, please. Do you think going for masters right off your B is a good idea? Also, masters of course. Okay, if you get a job, I would say have a minimum of maybe 2 years experience. Because if you look at the job opportunities and the placements and what they are looking for from people who are doing masters right now, they are preferring people who have at least 2 years of experience. So I would say at least 1 year, but two is good to go.
And doing masters, I've asked my seniors the same questions. No one knows the answer. You just have to find out on your own. I haven't gone for master, so I can't comment on that also. It's your own journey, man. You just have to figure it out.
Is it a good
Excuse me. I have a question.
Yeah.
So actually, I was told the same thing by my elder brother that they're looking for at least 2 years of work experience before you go into masters. Like you mentioned before, that the company will ask while going for placements if you're going for masters. So like, what time frame are they expecting you to at least like minimum stay in the company?
For us, we don't have any minimum stay. In Silicon Labs, it's not there.
Yeah, but
But,
we have like this 2 year bonus kind of thing. So they're
yeah, but it's
expecting you
not
to
like a
stay for
bond.
yeah, it's not a bond. Yeah, and if you are going into companies which have a bond, be very careful before you sign it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Also,
you.
this reminds me of our company meetings.
You.
US time.
Uh,
Yeah.
is there any preference for candidates who did internships in second year over people who did it in third year? No, 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 it doesn't matter.
It only depends on what kind of
What
internship
you're
you've done.
doing, yeah. Because it's hard to get internships in second year. We just
Definitely.
gave you, yeah, it's definitely hard. If you directly apply, you won't get. But you should keep asking people, like Vijay said. Talk to professors, get contacts, talk to
Yeah.
people.
Like work in like how I got my referral was because our college has this group of like a specific group just working on analog things. So our professor would recommend people, and our seniors who passed out of analog will tell them that we have an analog group here. so you can hire from there, stuff like that. So yeah, things like that. Just form the right groups, work on the right things.
What should we not miss out on learning during our UG? Uh, I think we covered this.
Yeah, your
Soft skills, technical we have covered.
soft skills, learn how to speak in public,
Mm.
learn how to speak to random people, um, learn to be a team player, I guess. You'll get that when you're in a project. You'll hate some people, you'll like some people, but you have to manage everyone.
Yeah, you should learn how to talk to different people. When you're
Mm.
forming a team, let's say you're going for a hackathon. Usually, what people do, they'll get all their friends and then they'll participate in the hackathon. No, is that what you need? You need different skills put into use, right? So, and you should also learn to talk to different people. You should learn to manage. That is what they will also expect in jobs. So, it's very important. And
More than
project
what they
management.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay.
So more than what they expect, it's about how you can navigate through that corporate world. It's you'll get everything you need in college if you just socialize and you study at the same time. It's impossible, but you just manage both.
Guys, please don't keep studying.
Yeah,
Please, please have fun. Even if you're doing a project, have fun.
yeah,
Enjoy it.
definitely.
You won't
And
get
your
this time
college
back.
has amazing culturals. I have a few friends in SSN who don't come to SSN instincts. I cannot forgive them. You guys have amazing culturals. Please don't miss out. Organize in those culturals. You'll learn a lot in organizing also. Perform if you can. Do something. Don't just study. Like what I've experienced is that whatever I left out on studying when I was in UG, I'm able to catch up now. But you won't ever get college life again.
That's where you're gonna learn a wide range of soft skills. Internships over projects, hackathons for applying for masters. Huh? I
I
can't
don't
understand
understand the
this.
question, but
Okay,
anything related to masters, I can't comment because, yeah,
because we haven't done
we
masters.
haven't done.
What is the beginner level package can we expect in core
It's
company?
very varied actually. It can be all the way from very little to a very high package.
Yes,
So you can expect anywhere from 30 to 3 lakhs per month.
it's true actually. What are some of don'ts and do's you should look for in interviews or just while generally trying to secure an internship or building a network? Hmm. Don't do's. Okay. Uh, yeah, I think we covered this for
Yeah,
interviews and internships. Internships, you are free to do. I told you, right? You can be creative with your resume. For internships, you'll be submitting your resume only, unless it's my tax or some other internship where you have to give an interview. For all interviews, the don't do's are the same. Uh, yeah, I think that helps building a network. Once we are into the field, what are the exit options?
yeah,
Anything you want to add?
that's all. You just either you climb the ladder or you get into academia or I don't know, you become a house husband or something.
Are you guys planning to do masters after say 2 years of working too? Vijay, you are
I
first.
I don't know, man. I just joined. It's been 3 months.
Yeah, guys.
We're like literally
Okay.
your like next seniors, immediate seniors. So we
Yes,
don't
we're
know
all
what we're doing in life
newbies.
also.
Okay, I think from In my opinion, it's better to do masters
Definitely.
either through distance learning. Like in Silicon Labs, we have MTech courses funded by Silicon Labs to IITs. Like you just have to write one exam, I think, right? Are you aware of
Yeah,
that, Vijay?
I know, but I haven't seen it properly.
Okay, yeah. So either you can work and do masters, or you can do masters after 2 years, resigning from work. I would prefer that you do masters because it's more valued nowadays, and BE degree is of nothing unless you have like really good experience. So that's the thing. What would a good job in core EC look like? What specifics should I look for when choosing between jobs?
I can't comment on what a good job looks
Yeah,
like.
you can't be too choosy also.
And
Initial, at least.
yeah, and definitely all the cool jobs like designing and stuff, they won't give you in your first 2, 3 years. They'll give you all the validation work, all the testing, stuff like that. So there is no like it's not all fairy tales.
So
Yeah,
if you want to get into design, then I think they prefer people who have done masters.
yeah.
That's
Or you work long enough to get
mm,
experience and then they give you.
yes, yes.
Even master people who have done masters in my company, there are people working in validation too. So it's a bit of luck. Just you will figure it out.
And
Specifics you should look for. Yeah, sorry.
don't be choosy. That's all I can say. You are just getting into this placements and everything. So I think we shouldn't be too choosy about jobs within the EC
Or
domain.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever it is within easy domain, you can change. But if you get into IT, you can't come back. That's my opinion. So yeah, whatever job in EC you get, you can take it if you are interested in EC.
How did you
Okay.
discover your domains of interest?
Okay,
And
she's asked one more question.
okay, what is it?
What specifics should I look for? Like, can you ask in more detail? What do you want to ask?
Should
Like
I keep my
specifics?
options open or focus on one field?
Which year are you in actually, Ritika?
I think she's in second year.
Yeah, like you won't know until the end of your third year almost. But keep it open. But at some point you'll know whether to go for like at the start of your fourth year, you should know whether you're getting into hardware or software, like IT. Because 4 months is what it takes generally to prepare well for placements. So by the time your placement season comes, you should be ready. That's what. Don't miss out on companies because you're indecisive. That is what I'll say. But keep it open till your third year half at least. That's when you'll know.
Guys, there are so many questions. You can also unmute and ask.
Yeah, please. Should I keep my options open? Could you give insight on research fellowships?
Fellowship. What's the roadmap? What do you mean by roadmap? As in how to
Like
get it?
how to get in or research fellowships? I can tell you that there are many ICERs and NICERs and IITs that offer you research fellowships. You should look out for those colleges. When it comes to analog, ICER is a very good place. IAST is one good place. IAST, you guys, I'm not sure if you guys will know. Uh, then IIT Kharagpur, IIT Guwahati, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras. These are the best places for analog.
In general, there is this Indian Academy of Sciences that is offering summer fellowship to different IITs and also IISc. So you can apply through that. How do you get it? Okay, as I said, it all depends on your experience in projects or the efforts, the projects that you've done in hackathons, how good your projects are. Like when you're submitting a resume for these kind of fellowships, make it a little more detailed because they want to know. They'll assign you to specific domains.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the main thing. Does CGPA matter? Of course, it matters.
Okay, there was someone else who
8.5 is
asked.
good.
Yeah, 8.5 is good.
Yeah. Anything?
Anything
Oh.
below 8.5, you'll find it a bit hard, but you'll still get in. But you have to work a bit harder. 8.5, okay, in my college, it is easy to maintain if you study well. You don't have to study so hard that you don't have a social life. You just have to
You,
study. You can comment on your. Uh,
you had relative grading or I think
no,
it's relative
We now
grading
have
in
relative
our,
rating.
yeah,
we
we
didn't
didn't
have that.
have.
We didn't have. They just
Okay,
assign
so
O for 90 plus, A
yeah, yeah.
plus 1. That's the thing.
So I think you have to work harder to maintain 8.5.
Aim for 9.
Yes.
You'll end up at 8.5.
9 above is like perfect.
Yeah, you won't have problems. Yeah, and one more thing I wanted to say is NVIDIA has this like yearly competition. It's basically an entrance exam. So look out for it. If I find the link, I'll share it to you guys. So it's things like this. Make sure you go for these competitions, hackathons and stuff. NVIDIA and then TI also should have. I am not sure. You have to figure it out, I guess.
Sony also has.
Yeah.
Sony
Note these
collaborated
down
with
so that.
IIT
Mhm.
IIT Bombay.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. You guys can check it out. Go
Yeah.
explore, guys.
Yeah.
Don't be
Please
too restricted.
explore.
Yes.
Yeah. We
Don't just listen to us.
This
Go
is what
explore.
we've learned after this. There are many new opportunities coming in. So you guys have to figure that out yourself. Yeah, I think we answered Gautam's question also. Given India's current inclination, EC is definitely, there is always work in EC. Like whatever you do, everything runs on hardware, right? So at some point, you'll get a job. And India is definitely growing a lot towards semiconductors. How fast? I'm not like a stockbroker or anything, so I can't tell you. But there are definitely job opportunities, and after the market recovers, you'll definitely find something. You just have to find a way to get to those people. Yeah, CGPA matters. Yeah. Uh,
Similar roadmap for digital electronics like you did for RF analog. Uh, what?
oh, oh, like the tree map that I showed.
Oh, no,
So
I have to explore. I don't have.
there is something, but
Where did you
if I
get
find
this?
it, I'll share it.
Oh,
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. For Ashrit, right? For most of digital electronics, whatever you learn in VLSI, do you guys, what is that subject called in your college?
VLSA only.
VLSI, you learn
Yes,
timing diagrams, static timing
yes.
analysis, dynamic.
STA, yes.
Those things are, if you learn that subject properly, there's that book, right? On whose book is it? It's a nice book. Um, I'll tell you when I remember. Yeah. Quantum computing, huh? I don't know, man. You can think about it, but I think that's more like focused after your masters, I guess. You can get into it if you find an opportunity. But from India, at least, I don't know anyone who's got into that. So I don't know.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hey guys. Thank you for this wonderful session. I found it like really helpful. So, also the presentation which you guys used, I was unaware of that site. So I think next time for Tamil presentation, I'll use that one. It was really good.
Actually, even I
So
did use
coming,
these. Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, go on. No issues. So for like my question to you guys is that you guys did do a very good coverage on core job opportunities in like corporate world, but like my question to you is about like the core job opportunities in the government sector, ISRO, DRDO, BAIL, etc. Like, how can we get into into like one of these organizations for like an entry level scientist position or a researcher positions here? Like, what are the exams that we should be aware of, and what are the other ways we could like get into one of these organizations?
Okay. From what I know, I'm not sure if you can write GATE and get into these. I think GATE is the correct way, but look into that. I'm not sure. One more way is to you guys would have had these ISRO buses coming in for stuff, right? For exhibitions, or if you go and visit ISRO sometime, just talk to people and get their contact. There are many interns in ISRO and DRDO for sure. If you get hold of a good professor, he'll refer you to someone he knows in ISRO or DRDO. That's like talking to people in ISRO is the best way. They have some form of this referral network where if you ask the right people, you can do an internship there. The exams point of view, I'm not really sure. I think it's GATE. Just get a hold of someone working in ISRO. There will be definitely someone in your alumni network, right? Get them and talk to them.
I think there is someone who did a DRDO internship in third year. I'm not sure. Maybe you can ask her.
Yeah.
Just not sure
So
of the
that's
name.
what I have to say.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Guys, அவ்வளவுதானா question?
யாரும் இடக்கு முடக்கா எதுவுமே கேட்கல இன்னும்.
நம்மளா இருந்தா கேட்டிருப்போம்.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so இது ஒரு ஹைபோதெட்டிக்கல் கொஸ்டினாவே வச்சுக்கலாம். As in, if you get to time travel மாதிரி சொல்றேனே, if you get back to your college days, would you be like, அச்சோ இந்த கான்செப்ட் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் படிச்சிருக்கலாமோ, இது இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக அப்படி would you approach, ஆர் ஜாலியாக இருக்கலாம் இதுக்கப்புறம் ஃபுல் வாழ்க்கை லைஃப் தான் அப்படியே ஒர்க்லேயே போயிடுமே அப்படின்னு யோசிப்பீங்களா? How would it be?
எனக்கு எப்படின்னா டெஃபினெட்லி எல்லாமே கத்துக்க முடியாது உங்களால. அது படிச்சிருக்கணும்னு தான் தோணும். ஆனா I wouldn't give up on the experiences that I had in college for sure. So ஓரளவு படிங்க, இன்டர்வியூ கிராக் பண்ற அளவுக்கு. Don't miss out on your college experience. You will never get it back again, even if you go for a master's.
எனக்கு for me, I also feel the same. I don't think I learned everything that was given to me. But let's not look at the past. Whatever we don't know, we learn it now, right? We can learn
Yeah.
it. So எப்பவுமே look forward. Okay, நம்ம அதை மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். Okay, let's learn. That's
Because for my point of view, I learned enough in college to ensure that I can learn on my own, like building up on those fundamentals. I know where to look if I forget some fundamental. And even if you get into a job, you have to keep reading your fundamentals, otherwise you will forget it. So it's like a constant experience.
One thing I look up to you guys என்னன்னா நான் இந்த மாதிரி டெக் டாக்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து அவ்வளோ அட்டென்ட் பண்ணதில்லை.
நானும் அட்டென்ட் பண்ண மாட்டேன்.
எனக்கு எதுவுமே தெரியாது. நானா போய் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணி தான் லைக் ஒரு தேர்ட் இயர் அந்த மாதிரி அப்போதான் நான் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ண ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன். சிலிகான் லேப்ஸ் இருக்கிறதே ஃபோர்த் இயர்ல தான் தெரியும். So I think that's one thing I can, yeah.
And இது ஒரு பர்சனல் கொஸ்டின், if possible you can answer. எத்தனை பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு உட்காந்தீங்க? Like how many companies did you sit for?
Okay, my point of view, நான் வந்து வேற எதுக்குமே I didn't get an interview. Like through LinkedIn I applied, வேற எதுவும் interview வரல. And Silicon Labs was the first company that came to our college. So I didn't attend anything after that. அது ஒரு விஷயம், like apart from my side, even if you're really good, you might get rejected. And with each rejection, you'll feel worse and worse. So don't let that get to your head. That is unfortunate. Your fourth year will just be இது.
And any reason why that happens actually?
Why? What happens?
As in you'd be smart, but still you won't get placed on
HRல.
அது நல்ல நேரம் இருக்கணும்.
நல்ல நேரங்கிறத விட நம்மளோட
It's your presence of mind during the interview. You'll only learn once you mess up a few interviews.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, she can answer.
I attended only okay, coreல ஒண்ணுதான். Silicon Labs only came first. Then a few software companies I attended. Although I was forced to, I didn't want to attend at all. Like I just wanted to get into core. But I think it's a really bad idea. இப்போ இருக்கிற சிச்சுவேஷனுக்கு it's a very bad idea. You can, like Vijay said, you can be more focused on either hardware or software. ஆனா in case ரொம்ப கம்மி opportunities இருந்தா, if you really want to get a job, try to attend as much as possible. And if you are very confident, okay, நம்ம clear பண்ணலாம் அந்த மாதிரினா, then you can be choosy in selecting the job interviews. எதை attend பண்ணணும் வேணாம்.
And என்னன்னா, when you study for hardware, you will definitely study a bit of coding, a lot of coding actually. So if you just refine it a bit more, you'll be able to crack the easy IT rounds. So if you need a job, worst case, you can crack those if you study for hardware. Just put in a bit more effort. You won't be able to crack the top companies without proper planning. But yeah.
Software. There are specific projects that get you through easily.
Good question. Okay, from analog point of view, I'll answer. You should do a lot of simulation. Ask your professors what to simulate. The best place to start is designing an op-amp for analog, I'm saying. That is sort of the start. Before that, you would have designed some amplifier, some common source, or some buffer, something. But an op-amp is a good start. That is not enough. You should design more. ask your professors what to do. Like unga collegeல இருப்பாங்கல்ல, like certain professors who have worked on this, ask them. And if you get an internship, ask them also. Other than that, when you do your final year project itself, pick a good project and make sure you finish it. That is good enough. You don't have to do too much.
General for hardware projects, I would say maybe focus on real life applications, real life problems. That will be very good while choosing your mini project. Mini project, okay, that's fine. But during your final year project, try to choose a project which is feasible, doable, but also addresses real life applications. And for I think more of IoT based projects will cover a lot of domains, hardware, software, everything. So maybe you can focus on those kind of projects. Okay, anything else?
Hackathons are always software.
அப்படியா?
Hardware இருக்கா?
SIH லலாம் இருக்கே hardware.
என்ன?
Why
Oh,
not?
like இது தானே, like Arduino based projects அந்த மாதிரி தானே? Okay, yeah.
By Arduino simulations.
Yeah.
For topics, you can actually go through the SIH page. நிறைய real life problems will be there. And hackathons you can participate. And whether hardware or fully software. Vijay.
I participated in different kinds of hackathons. Like it was management, software, hardware. It was very different. I just explored stuff. Yeah. Depends on the hackathons you go to. நான் அப்படி அவ்வளோ எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணல. Not Arduino coding, just coding in general. C. Definitely. If not Arduino coding, learn C, definitely. C will always help you.
C will definitely help.
I am still using C in my job, apart from analog design. Yeah, embedded C is just like a subset of C, right?
Embedded software jobs are also there. So.
Yeah, everything works in C.
Arduino is the start.
Yeah.
You go from there.
Yeah. C++ is also good, but my job uses C. Like whatever is implemented in firmware it's usually in C. C++ has more memory requirement and stuff like that, right? So people stick to C and embedded C. C++ you'll also learn whatever you need in C. So it's not a big difference. You just need like a good coding base. And also learn Python. Python or MATLAB.
Python is like you should know.
Yeah.
For anything, any job. How many hackathons? So I participated in both hardware and software. Maybe 4, I don't remember. And was it fully okay? Answer. First year I did a project on app development, which was totally unrelated. But first year, so you can explore. Not a problem. Be open to different ideas initially. Guys, where are the questions?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one.
Yes.
So I have a follow-up question to what our Ajitesh put in chat box some time ago about India's inclination towards the semiconductor industry or the recent times. Like, how soon do you think, or how soon can we see a change being reflected in the core jobs? And also, recently it came to my notice that I heard that our own HCL group has like established a $400 million, or it's really closer to establish a $400 million semiconductor unit or something, like testing unit or something. So, like, is it like okay or reasonable to expect Shivnadar sir actually, like, giving more of core jobs to here SSN, like taking more of people from here? So that's my question.
I don't know.
I don't know. Definitely, there is a chance, but for now, uh, to expect incline in the semiconductor industry, at least 2 quarters.
Yeah,
If,
2-3 quarters. I
Mm.
don't bank on it. And when you're coming, like, when you're talking about establishing a foundry, that will take more time. Like, don't expect it to come within the next 5-6 years. Everything in India is being managed by a fabless method. So what fabless means is that none of the manufacturing happens in India. We just do the designs and we give it to TSMC or UMC, stuff like that. I'm just putting these words in your head so that you don't find them unfamiliar later. We give it to them and they give us the chips back. That's what we do. We don't have foundries here, except for defense applications. DRDO and ISRO, they have fabs, very small fabs for our scientific purposes. So, yeah. Silicon waste recycling. I don't know actually what is that.
If you could elaborate on what the domain is, then maybe. But I don't think if a project is going to help you in getting a job. I think ரொம்ப advanced thinking அது. Through projects, you should learn something, right? You should get the knowledge. You should get the skills. If this project,
Waste recycling, is it like a supply chain thing or a technical thing? Because generally, helping you get a job will be the technical projects.
Usually in the production of the silicon wafers, we used to cut the silicon blocks using the diamond wires, no sir. So during that
Don't call me sir, man.
during that process, some of the silicon powders will be get deposited. So that we used to take the silicon powders and we used to lead, and these silicon powders get another process of bleaching and micro oven process, and then we used to reproduce the silicon through that project, sir. So will it be helpful for gaining knowledge, and is it applied in the industries?
Okay. Okay. To my knowledge, I'm not too knowledgeable about this. But whatever waste you get from your silicon foundry, you have to like extract the silicon again with high purity to fab with it again. So, to my knowledge, to recycle silicon is a very big thing, and it's not related to the small kind of jobs we have right now. That is a very big thing. Like that should be an industry, I think. Not sure. If you're learning something technical about it, maybe there are jobs in these fabs, I guess, but not in India because India doesn't have fabs. So if you can find a way to reach those fabs and talk to someone there, just find on LinkedIn, try to talk to them. You might get an idea. I'm not sure about this.
Thank you, sir.
Don't call me sir, but
I think that's it.
yeah.
If anything else, I think you can contact me or Vijay
Yeah.
directly. The organizers can share the details.
If
Yeah.
the analog guys want to ask something, maybe you can raise your hand. The rest can leave, and otherwise we'll end the meeting here.
Yeah, if
Okay.
there's no more questions now, I'll wrap the meet with the vote of thanks.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start. So, firstly, a special thanks to both of you, Shri Harinakka and Vijay Anna, for your time and knowledge, along with your willingness to share the experience. Adikapro, a special thanks to all the participants over here. Because of your active involvement and thoughtful question, this session was indeed a success. So, I hope this session as in a whole addressed your queries on how to tackle core placements in EC and how to approach them, especially in the fields of analog and digital design. So, as a final wrap up, let's carry forward with the gain knowledge in our journeys and ask why questions a lot more than usual. So, signing off from you is Anamika Rivu. Thank you for attending today's session and stay tuned for future sessions in Tech Talk. Thank you.
Thank you all. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, அப்படியே stop பண்ணிருக்கலாம்னு நினைச்சோம். Okay. About the analog